How y'all doing? This is Rob Burnham, here, Preacher Man R&B, and this is another episode of Richard TV 91. This time I'm doing another episode of movie reviews. This time I'm reviewing X-Men's Days of Future Past. What this movie is about starts off in the future, and the X-Men are running away from the Sentinels, and the Sentinels are got this technology where they can adapt to any mutant's powers. And the reason for this is because in the past, uh, they capture Mystique and they experiment on her, and this is how they get the Sentinels to work or whatever. Well, Wolverine gets his mind transferred from his future body to his past body, and while they're doing this, the future version of the X Men from Wolverine's team, like Storm, Colossus, all of them, are staying and protecting Wolverine's body from the Sentinels if they show up. Well, Wolverine goes in the past and he meets up with Charles Xavier, and Charles Xavier is pretty much stopped being using his powers because he's using this serum that Beast made, where he can walk. In doing so, it keeps him from using his powers, so he can't use his powers. And Beast is using the serum too, but he's not using as much as Professor X is, and he's still able to control he can transform from his human form to his beast form. And what happens is Wolverine gets the help of Quicksilver, and they break Magneto out of prison because Magneto supposedly is the one that killed JFK in this universe, and they break him out and they tell him everything that's happening, and Magneto his sole purpose now is to kill Mystique. And they are able to find Mystique, and Magneto uses his powers on her and injures her. And throughout this whole movie, Professor X and them's trying to convince Mystique not to kill Trash, because if she does, it's going to get the Sentinels of the future made. And Trash is able to get the present day versions of the Sentinels in the past. It's present day for them. You know what I'm trying to say. But anyway, he gets them made, but Magneto uses some metal to put into these Sentinels. That way, Magneto can control them. And this big demonstration happens at the end of the movie. Magneto's controlling the Sentinels, and uh, Mystique winds up shooting Magneto in the neck, stopping him, and is about to kill Trash. Well, Professor X is able to convince her not to do this, and this stops the future events from happening. And Wolverine at this point has been thrown into the ocean by Magneto because Magneto put metal reed bars into Wolverine, that way he could throw him into the ocean. Because at this point, Wolverine doesn't have his adamantium skeleton. This is before X-Men Origins. So this is actually the first time in this new timeline that Wolverine ever meets Stryker, because Stryker is working with Trash. And when Wolverine sees Stryker, he kind of loses it and accidentally injures Kitty in the future. And that's his big thing. And Wolverine winds up waking up in the new version of the future at the school. Everybody's there. Jean's still alive. Beast is still alive. Rogue is. Iceman. Everybody has died in this movie is back alive now. And we find out in the X-Men First Class timeline that Banshee, Azazel, Angel, all of them have died from the first movie, so they're no longer alive. And that's what drives Mystique in this movie to try to kill Trash or whatever. But other than that, that's all that really happened. My question for y'all is, now that Wolverine has stopped the old future timeline, what's going to happen with that now? As always, Rob Burnham, make care, put your man on, be signing out, guys. Jesus. See you on next time.